Muhammad Ali, often called the greatest, was not just a boxing champion, he was a larger-than-life figure who captivated fans around the world. Born Cassius Clay in 1942, he rose to fame with his incredible speed, agility, and an unmatched ability to promote himself. Ali's charisma and bold personality made him a household name. He was known for his famous quotes, dramatic fights, and his ability to dance around the ring. Throughout his career, he faced some of the toughest opponents and secured his place as a legend in the sport. His major bouts were more than just fights, they were events that brought people together. Each match was filled with anticipation and excitement, not only for the outcome in the ring but also for Ali's electrifying presence. Fans packed arenas, cheering passionately for their hero as he fought for titles and honor. Yet, behind the glitz and glamour of boxing lay a deep empathy that Ali carried within him. This emotional side of Ali would soon shine through in an unexpected and profound way. Just hours before stepping into the ring for one of his biggest fights, he received a letter that would touch his heart. It came from a woman who had lost her husband that very morning. They had been devoted fans celebrating what should have been their anniversary. With this heavy emotional weight resting on him, Ali prepared for a fight that would test not only his physical strength but also his spirit. Little did he know that this night would become more than just another bout. It would be a testament to love, loss, and humanity. As the lights dimmed in the arena, a woman in black sat quietly among the excited crowd. Her name was Mary, and she was a lifelong fan of boxing, just like her late husband, Tom. For years, they had cheered for Muhammad Ali together, sharing dreams of attending one of his fights. They always planned to celebrate their anniversary with a thrilling match, but this year was different. That very morning, Tom had suffered a sudden heart attack, leaving Mary shattered and alone. Despite her grief, Mary felt compelled to come to the fight. She wore her black dress as a sign of mourning but also as a testament to their love, a love that had filled their lives with joy and passion for boxing. She brought with her the letter she had written in heartfelt sorrow, hoping somehow it would reach Ali and convey the bond they had shared over the years. In her words, she expressed not only her love for Tom but also how much they both admired Ali's spirit and talent. As she sat there, surrounded by fans cheering and shouting his name, Mary couldn't help but feel lost in her own world of sadness. The roar of the crowd felt distant as she wrestled with her emotions. Would she be able to stay? The thought of celebrating their anniversary without him made her heart ache. Yet deep down, she wished for something, some connection to remind her that love endures even in the face of profound loss. Little did she know that this night would offer her an unexpected sense of comfort amidst the pain. The morning of the fight began like any other for Mary and Tom, filled with excitement as they prepared to celebrate their anniversary. They had been looking forward to this day for months, planning to cheer for their hero, Muhammad Ali, together. But in an instant, everything changed. Tom suddenly collapsed in their living room, clutching his chest. Mary rushed to him, her heart pounding in panic as she called for help. The ambulance arrived quickly, but despite the frantic rush to the hospital, it was too late. Tom had suffered a heart attack, leaving Mary shattered and grappling with disbelief. In the hours that followed, grief settled heavily on Mary's shoulders. She couldn't comprehend how the man she loved so deeply could be gone in the blink of an eye. As she sat alone in their house filled with memories of laughter and shared dreams, she faced a choice: stay in the darkness of her sorrow or honor Tom's memory by attending the fight they had always dreamed of witnessing together. With a heavy heart and tears still fresh on her cheeks, she chose to go. Dressed in black as a symbol of her mourning, Mary carried not only her grief but also the weight of unfulfilled dreams into the arena. As she walked through the crowd, filled with joyous fans cheering and laughing, she felt like an outsider in a world that seemed to move on without her. Yet there was a flicker of hope within her, a desire to feel connected to Tom one more time and perhaps find solace in celebrating their love amidst the vibrant atmosphere surrounding her. Backstage, moments before he stepped into the spotlight, Muhammad Ali felt the familiar rush of adrenaline coursing through him. His team surrounded him, preparing for the fight ahead. But then, a small envelope was handed to him, one that would change the night's course. As he opened it, The noise of the bustling locker room faded into a distant hum. Ali's eyes scanned the words written in neat, careful handwriting. The message came from Mary, a woman mourning her husband who had passed away just hours before. Each line carried the weight of her sorrow and the love she shared with Tom, intertwining their shared passion for boxing with their dreams of celebrating their anniversary. As he read, Ali felt a deep connection to her pain. He could almost hear her heart breaking through the ink on the page. The letter lingered in his mind as he tried to calm his racing thoughts. He understood that this fight meant something far greater than just a title or personal victory. It was a moment where love and loss entwined in an unexpected way. With every word, Mary's grief resonated within him, and he felt compelled to honor not only her husband but also their unbreakable bond. Silently, he folded the letter and tucked it away, knowing it would stay with him as he entered the ring. The fight was important, but this message transformed it into something much more profound. With a newfound determination, Ali stepped towards the ring, carrying not just his own aspirations but also the heart of a grieving woman with him. This night would be different. It would be about connection and humanity beyond the sport itself. The arena was electric, filled with a palpable buzz as fans filled the seats, their excitement reaching a fever pitch. The bright lights shone down on the ring, and the air pulsed with anticipation as the crowd chanted Ali's name. People were on their feet, waving banners and wearing t-shirts emblazoned with his famous quotes. It was a celebration of sport, strength, and the spirit of competition, where every cheer echoed off the walls as if propelling Ali forward into greatness. Yet amid this vibrant display of joy and camaraderie sat Mary, dressed in black, feeling like a solitary figure in an overwhelming sea of emotion. While families laughed and friends shared high fives, she clutched her letter tightly in her hands, the ink still fresh in her memory. Mary watched as the fighters prepared to enter the ring, her heart heavy with sorrow for the man who would not be there beside her. Each cheer that erupted around her felt like a reminder of what she had lost. For the crowd, tonight was destined to be a night of triumph. For Mary, it was a painful juxtaposition against her own reality. The noise that filled the arena seemed to drown out her grief but could not erase it. As she observed the anticipation in the audience, the hopeful glances, the eager whispers, it felt like a world apart from the one she inhabited, where love had been taken away so suddenly. In those moments, Mary yearned for Tom's presence, wishing he could share in the thrill of the fight with her. Little did they know, however, that tonight would weave their stories together in an unexpected way that transcended both joy and sorrow. As the bell rang, signaling the start of the fight, the atmosphere shifted into a palpable intensity. Muhammad Ali burst out of his corner, his footwork quick and agile, reminiscent of a dancer gliding across the stage. Every movement was fluid and purposeful, his eyes focused and sharp, radiating confidence. The crowd roared with anticipation, chanting his name in unison, their energy fueling his determination. Ali's opponent stood ready in the opposite corner, a strong contender who had come to prove himself against the legendary champion. With the first punch thrown, it was clear that both fighters were eager to dominate. Back and forth they exchanged blows, each strike met with cheers or gasps from the audience. Ali danced expertly around his opponent's punches with graceful dodges and quick jabs that displayed his signature speed and precision. With each round that progressed, Ali showcased not only his physical strength but also his sharp tactical acumen. He calculated his moves as if playing a game of chess inside that ring, sidestepping attacks while countering with lightning-fast rights and lefts. There was a moment when it seemed like his opponent gained momentum, but Ali turned the tide with an impressive combination that left everyone on their feet. As the final round approached, fatigue hardly seemed to touch him. The sheer adrenaline of performing for thousands surged through Ali as he tapped into a deeper sense of purpose. The essence of love and loss swirled in the air around him, reminding him of Mary's letter. With one final surge of energy, Ali delivered a powerful blow that sent his opponent to the canvas. Cheers erupted throughout the arena as he raised his fists in victory. This win was more than just personal glory, it had transformed into a tribute to love itself. As the cheers from the crowd echoed in the arena, Muhammad Ali, having just claimed victory, raised his hands in triumph. But instead of reveling in the applause, he turned his back on the flashing cameras and the roaring fans. With a sense of gravity, he raised one hand to silence the jubilant noise around him. In that moment, a hush fell over the crowd. It was as if time itself paused to gather breath. This request for silence was more than just a call amidst excitement. It was a request for reflection. Ali's eyes searched through the adoring faces until they landed on Mary. Caught in a wave of emotions, she wiped her tears as she felt an unspoken connection blossom between them. Though surrounded by thousands, Ali's powerful presence transcended the physical space, linking him with those who felt pain and joy alike. When he spoke, his voice resonated deep within the hearts of everyone present. "This one's for the woman who lost her love today. He's here with us." His words brought a poignant reminder that life's victories can come hand in hand with profound loss. It was a bridge between triumph and sorrow, an acknowledgement that beneath the bright lights and applause lay human experiences that often go unseen. To Mary, Ali's gesture offered solace beyond words, reminding her that she wasn't alone in her grief. The crowd stood united in that moment, sharing not only the thrill of victory but also an understanding of love and loss that ran deeper than any punch thrown in the ring. It was a sacred connection forged in silence, one where hearts communicated more than words ever could. As the silence lingered in the arena, Muhammad Ali's gaze pierced through the crowd, searching for Mary, the grieving woman who had written to him. He took a deep breath, and with his eyes shining with empathy, he began to speak. "This one's for the woman who lost her love today. He's here with us." His voice resonated deeply, wrapping around each listener like a warm embrace. In that moment, the weight of his words hung in the air, creating a powerful tribute that united everyone present. Mary's heart swelled as she sat in the audience, tears streaming down her face. She felt seen and heard for the first time since her husband's death, as Ali's acknowledgement of her pain transformed her grief into something hopeful. It was as if Ali had reached into her soul and illuminated her darkest hour with a flicker of understanding and compassion. The crowd, previously buoyant with excitement, shifted into a solemn yet respectful acknowledgement of shared humanity. Fans who had once cheered at every punch now stood united in a profound recognition of love and loss. It wasn't just Ali's victory that they celebrated. It was also the courage to face sorrow and honor those who have departed. As Ali finished speaking, the audience erupted into applause, not just for the champion who had fought in the ring but for the man who had touched hearts with his kindness. In that instant, a sense of community enveloped Mary and the fans alike. They were all bound together by both joy and grief. This night had become more than a mere boxing match. It was a lasting tribute to enduring love, reminding everyone that they were never truly alone. After the fight, the atmosphere backstage was filled with celebration and excitement, but Muhammad Ali felt a pull towards something more profound. As he navigated through the chaos, he kept Mary in mind, the woman who had shared her heart in that poignant letter just hours before. He needed to find her, to connect in a way that was more meaningful than any victory in the ring. Finally, he spotted her sitting quietly in a corner, still dressed in black and holding on to her emotions. The joy of the crowd seemed distant to her as tears stained her cheeks. Ali approached slowly, and when their eyes met, an understanding passed between them that transcended words. Without hesitation, he wrapped his arms around her in a warm embrace, pulling her close. In that moment, the world outside faded away. "You weren't alone tonight," he said softly, his voice filled with sincerity and compassion. The warmth of his words enveloped her like a soft blanket on a cold night. Mary felt an immense weight lift from her heart. This simple acknowledgement spoke volumes, easing the sting of loss that had surrounded her since that morning. Ali's presence brought comfort, reminding Mary that love persists even after death. This emotional reunion was not just about consolation, it became a cathartic release for both. Though he was a champion known for his incredible feats in the ring, it was moments like this that revealed the depths of his humanity. They stood together, united by grief and hope, each finding solace in the other's strength, a reminder that they were never truly alone in their journeys of love and loss. Although the powerful moments between Muhammad Ali and Mary were never captured on television, their impact rippled through the hearts of those who witnessed them. The arena buzzed with excitement as fans celebrated Ali's victory, but it was the quiet exchange of empathy and understanding that truly resonated. Those present that night left with more than just memories of a boxing match. They carried with them an awareness of the profound connections that can exist even in the midst of great joy. As Ali dedicated his triumph to Mary, he exemplified the true spirit of sportsmanship, one that transcends the physicality of the sport and connects deeply with human emotions. Attendees began to share the story among themselves, recognizing how a simple act of kindness could change someone's life. Conversations sparked, discussions arose about love, loss, and the importance of supporting one another during difficult times. For Mary, this night became a cherished memory, not just because she had watched her hero win but because she had been reminded that she was not alone in her grief. The audience was united in a collective experience that bound them together through shared humanity. They understood that life is filled with both triumphs and tragedies, and it is during these moments of vulnerability that true connections can be formed. In the following days, whispers of Ali's compassionate gesture spread beyond the arena walls, illustrating how moments unseen by cameras can create lasting legacies. It showcased a side of Ali that far surpassed his prowess in the ring, a reminder that empathy and kindness can resonate more powerfully than any championship belt ever could. Through his actions, he inspired countless individuals to embrace compassion in their everyday lives, fostering a sense of community wherever they were. The poignant moments shared between Muhammad Ali and Mary that night became a lasting legacy, illustrating how kindness and empathy can triumph over even the fiercest competition. While Ali was renowned for his unmatched skill in the boxing ring, it was his compassion that defined him as a true champion. This fight transcended the sport, transforming into a profound testament to humanity, where personal connections overshadowed accolades and titles. In a world often driven by rivalry and personal glory, Ali's actions reminded us that vulnerability and connection can be just as powerful as physical prowess. His choice to dedicate his victory to Mary and acknowledge her grief created a ripple effect that resonated deeply within the audience. They left with their hearts full, inspired to embrace compassion in their own lives. Ali's heartfelt embrace of Mary backstage solidified this truth even further. It showcased that true strength lies not just in winning but also in lifting others during their darkest moments. As whispers of this beautiful exchange spread beyond the arena, they sparked conversations about love, loss, and the importance of supporting one another. The legacy of that night extends far beyond Ali's reputation as the greatest. It serves as a reminder that every individual has the capacity to show kindness and light the way for someone else. In the years that followed, Ali continued to embody this spirit of empathy, using his platform to inspire generations not only through his boxing career but also through his activism and humanitarian efforts. Ultimately, this moment encapsulated the essence of sportsmanship, not merely about who wins or loses but about uplifting one another in times of need, reminding us all that our shared humanity is what truly binds us together.